Hi, I'm sorry to bother you, but my history professor told me I have to do a research paper on World War One.
You're not bothering me at all. I'm here at the reference desk to help students like you.
Where do I begin?
Well, do you have your assignment sheet or syllabus with you?
Oh no, I left them at home.
That happens a lot. For future reference, just remember that your professor's instructions provide important clues about the type of paper he or she wants you to do.
Well, he just told us that we had to do a research paper with the scholar's sources and references.
You mean he wants you to find, read, and cite scholarly sources in your paper?
Yes, I googled World War One and found a lot of websites, but my professor didn't want me to use them. He thinks Wikipedia is unreliable because we don't know who writes the articles. I'm totally lost because I use the internet to do the research, but my professor told me to go to the library. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I have 2 days and I'm a slow reader. I have not even done a book report since high school.
Remember, this is a research paper, not a book report, so if you do employ a book, you would only have to use a chapter or two for your paper, but I think you're making things harder than they are. You'll see we can do a two-step research process where we collect background information and then get you a couple of short scholarly peer-reviewed articles that are more focused.
Why do I have to use the scholarly articles? What does peer review mean?
They're basically the same thing. Scholars usually have doctoral titles in their research fields like your professor. When they write articles they want to publish, they send them to be reviewed by other scholars who've studied the same subjects. That's why they're called peers. Peers review each other's works to make sure that the research and writing is of high quality and can be relied on by students and scholars alike. Let's start searching now. Just go ahead and click on the library link.
Okay.
Here's the library's homepage. We should start off our search by using an encyclopedia. And guess what? We don't have to use books. We can actually go to use electronic databases. Let's click on Database by title.
This one?
Yep. Excellent. We're going to use Britannica Online, so click B to make navigation faster.
Okay.
Do you see the link, Britannica Online?
Yes, I do. Should
Go
I
ahead
click
and
it?
click. Great. You have your campus ID number and
Yes, I
library
do.
password?
I'm going to log in right now.
Excellent. I'm glad you remember that from orientation.
Thank you.
Great. Now, you see how history and society are the top tabs?
Yes.
They're not interactive. What I want you to do is to move over to the search box and type in World War One. It's not case sensitive, so don't worry. Now hit the Go button.
Okay.
As you can see, there are many articles. If you hover over the top article that says World War One, you'll note on the right that there's a little link and preview of the article for you to determine whether or not you want to see more.
So do I click this?
If you want to, go ahead.
Okay.
See how useful this can be? There are photos and videos
Wow! It comes with images.
Videos from World War One. Can you believe that? That's fantastic.
Thank you. That's cool.
Great. So this ought to give you an overview for the first step of the research process. Now let's move on to something a little bit more scholarly. What I want you to do is to move your mouse up to your browser's recent pages, and let's go back to the library's database list.
Okay.
Great. Scroll all the way up. And now that we have a topic, we know we're doing a history paper, what we're going to do is click on databases by topic.
Right here?
Perfect. Great. Since we're looking for history, let's scroll down to history And as you can see, we have several options. Let's try world history because it's broad.
Okay.
And as you can see now, Academic Search Complete is the most comprehensive general index for scholarly and popular journal articles. Your professor wants journal articles that are scholarly in nature, and Academic Search Complete is a great place to start.
So you want me to click on this?
Go for it. Please maximize it as soon as it comes up. Great.
Okay.
So first of all, what I want you to do is to click on scholarly and peer-reviewed journals.
That one?
Yes, that will limit all of our findings only to scholarly and peer-reviewed journals. So I know that you're doing a report on World War I. Let's go to the first bar and type in World War I. It's not case sensitive. And what were the other parts that your professor wanted you to investigate?
Oh yes, he wanted us to do our research paper of France's treaties that led to World War I.
Okay, so now we have two other concepts to combine. That would be France.
Right.
And what do you think the other one would be?
Treaties.
Great. So go ahead, type that in. And before you hit search, I want you to narrow your results by going to select a field,
Okay.
click the drop-down menu, and hit Abstract. That's where the author directly talks to you in his or her own words, so you don't have to use the database's words.
Should I click search now?
Actually, what I want you to do is to search for all three of these terms in the abstract field.
Okay.
That will give you a much smaller results field to choose from and much more targeted. Now hit search. As you can see, we only have 11 results.
Wow.
That's great. That means you won't have to do too much reading. Secondly, if you look at source types, you can see that they're all scholarly or peer-reviewed.
Okay.
So that means your professor should approve of them, assuming that you find them relevant. That's your job.
Okay, now do I click on these or what do I do now?
Well, this is actually the second phase of your research. What you're going to be doing is looking at the titles and the abstracts in order to determine whether or not they're useful to you. So far we've collected background information from Encyclopedia Britannica, and now we've performed the second step and gotten you results that are more targeted to your specific research.
Wow, I appreciate it. You've been great help. Thank you for showing me both steps for researching.
My pleasure.